Hi everyone, we invite you all to take your seats so we can start with the program.
Good evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get started here with the program. And being that we are in the Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles, if we could ask for everyone to please rise for the singing of the national anthem. Good evening again, everybody. Go ahead and take your seats, please. We have more seats in the front, so please come through. All right, it's definitely with great pride and pleasure that I welcome everybody here tonight. And to officially get us started, I'd like to call on FYLPRO's Los Angeles board member, Paulo Roca.
Thank you, Kuya Fred. Hi everyone, good evening. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much for joining us for our Magiting Roadshow. Really happy to see familiar faces, community members, and also thank you so much for our consulate for letting us be here, hosting, and being able to share what FYLPRO is, what we have been doing, and what our next projects will be. So just to, again, thank you so much, welcome. Quick agenda for tonight, by the way, would be, we did our welcome remarks. There is a recap immersion video. Batch 10 just had their immersion program last year. Then we have some amazing testimonies from some of our batchmates, what it means to be serving in FYLPRO leadership. We also have a FYLPRO partner video from Ayala Foundation, one of our amazing partners in the Philippines. Also some of our members, our board members, and also some of the previous batch will be talking about their legacy projects. When we talk about legacy projects, what are the things that they got out of the FYLPRO experience, and how are they incorporating into bridging that gap in terms of serving the Filipino nation here in America and also in the Philippines. Then if there's any questions about the upcoming FYLPRO program immersion, and just a quick close and thank you from everyone.
Another round of applause for Paulo. All right, so at this point, I would like to call up our esteemed host for this evening's festivities. We actually have his bio ready, but I was instructed not to read it. Needless to say, he is the representative of the Philippine government here in Los Angeles for the last 3 years. Sad to say he's going to be leaving this post for bigger and better things in the future, but needless to say, I would like to ask everybody to welcome our Consul General, Edgar Badajos.
Maraming salamat, Fred, for not reading my resume. You know what? You didn't really have to read that because I'm already going back to Manila later. So I'm assuming that many, if not all of you, know me already. But if not, then I will have to read my resume towards the end of my speech. But let me just acknowledge the presence of Mr. Mark and Gloria Toledo here, former council member of the city of, a mayor of the city of Artesia. And of course, the most senior member of FYLPRO here, Mr. Fred Doctosio. And all the other FYLPRO members here, welcome to the consulate. It's our honor to really host your LA leg of your Magiting mixer. It's very fitting that you call it Magiting since we are celebrating we just celebrated the araw ng Kagitingan during the month of April to commemorate the courage and bravery of our heroes during World War II. So maraming salamat. I actually prepared a short speech here. I think Maynard prepared a 50-page speech, single space. So be prepared to be bored. Now anyhow, Moran, I'd like to acknowledge also the President, Mr. Monabrea, who will be our guest tomorrow, your business mixer at the city of Cerritos. Thank you, Mon, for joining us. So on behalf of the Philippine Consulate in Los Angeles, I would like again to express our pleasure to host this leg of the FYLPRO's Magiting Mixer. I'm pleased to note that FYLPRO continues in identifying outstanding young professionals in Filipino communities across the U.S. and providing these young professionals with invaluable opportunities to further hone their leadership skills or otherwise develop and pursue legacy projects that will benefit both the Filipino diaspora in the U.S. and of course our motherland, the Philippines. Tonight's mixer is yet another concrete manifestation of FYLPRO's dedication in pursuing its mission and vision. And I'm glad to know that this mixer has attracted significant number of mentors from diverse fields and with diverse areas of expertise. I was just talking to Audi here, who I heard is connected with the IT industry, Apple, and that you're introducing the electronic car vehicle in the Philippines. And I'm very happy for that. And Audi told me that he was just in Manila he's been in Manila for a couple of months already. And I was asking him about the heat in Manila, and he said, be prepared, because I'll be arriving in Manila on May 3rd. So it's a complete, change of environment from cool weather to a very, hot environment, which is Manila. What's nice about LA is if the weather gets hot here, it's just hot, no humidity. Correct? In Manila, it's very hot. At the same time, you have a very high level of humidity. So even if you go under the shade, you still perspire a lot in Metro Manila, right? So you see people taking a shower 5 to 6 times a day, but still perspiring, right? Speaking of mentors, I'm glad that what you're doing, mentoring outstanding young professionals in our community, it is a very commendable project, and I can rightfully call you, the alumni of FYLPRO, as mentors. And mentors are precisely what we need for our young professionals, so that their creativity and God-given talents can be put to good use, and so that we can bring out really the leaders in you. And this brings me to what Maynard said in our conversation while he was preparing these remarks of mine about the long-standing debate whether leaders like Fred and Mayor Mark here are born or made. What's your answer to that? Are leaders born or made? Me personally, I believe that leaders are not made, are not born, but are made. And you are shaped and help to become the leaders of your community through your exposure to several people in your interactions with other members of the community, by experiencing new things and learning from them in your daily lives, and by going through successes and failures, victories and defeats. And we experience through time, and hopefully we learn from them and come out of these experiences as better persons. At the same time, we must not discount the importance of mentors, as I said, because many of those who became successful leaders became so because of the guidance they have received from generous mentors. Through mentorship, we learn from what others before us have learned, so that mistakes are lessened and the road to becoming a successful leader is shorter and smoother. It is for this reason that I salute FYLPRO and your mentorship program. This is a very important program, a noble program, as I said. It is vital to development and identifying up-and-coming leaders of our community. Let me end my brief remarks by quoting from a renowned author by the name of J. Lauren Norris. And I believe that what he said perfectly captures the essence of tonight's gathering. And I quote, "If you don't know where you're going, then ask someone who has been there before." So I think this is really what we need to do. I think many of us really are aiming for so many things in life. But how do we get there from where we are now? And I think one of the best things that you can do is to ask those who have been there before you, like Fred. How did he become where he is right now? How was he able to put up the Mabuhay Credit Union? And how did Mark become a mayor? Coming from a migrant community. So he was able to do it. So these are quite, very sterling accomplishments from people like us, because we know that we are migrants in this society, and yet we are contributing a lot. And I would just like to mention that, this issue about hate crimes against the Asia Pacific Island communities being committed by mainstream Americans against members of our society, our community. And what I'd like to tell those who are committing this, that, this great nation was actually built on the blood, sweat, and tears of immigrants and people like you. So if people are committing these hate crimes, we should remind them that this America did not become what it is today if it were not for the efforts, for the contributions, for the blood, sweat, and tears of people like us. So let's be proud of our achievements. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Conjen. Truly wise words from a wise man.